What's cracking, guys? Omar Isaf here, back with the second edition of the long and loose Q&A. You know how this works. Make yourself comfortable. If you're on the shitter, be prepared for around 10 minutes. What I'm going to do, this is a way for me to interact with you guys. You know, we got so many different social media outlets, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube. I try and respond as best I can, but this is a good opportunity for you guys to ask a lot of questions that, you know, wouldn't be long enough to make a full video on, but things you guys still want to learn about building some damn muscle, getting stronger, getting leaner. So this is the long and loose Q&A. Every single answer will be less than a minute. That's what we're going to try and shoot for. So sit back, relax, enjoy. I'm going to crack a cold one. We're outside of Fortis Fitness right here. Just got done training gastroc, soleus. This is post-workout. People want to know about pre-workout, post-workout. Let's talk peri-workout, okay? Intra-workout. Shout out to my boy, Alan Aragon, the last descendant of fucking Gondor. You fucking chugged that, by the way. I gotta give you respect. My cameraman, let me just say, my cameraman is fucking already buzzed right now. How much did you drink? Keep in mind, guys, where I got these questions was from Snapchat. I'm taking that far more seriously. I thought before it was just for sending dick pics, but it turns out it's a social media outlet. So if you want to hit me with questions, it's Snapchat, Omar Isaf. That's where all these questions came from. You fuckers asked over 300, so I apologize if I don't get to your question, but I'm literally just going from top to bottom, as many as we can in about 30 minutes, and then we trim this down to 10 minutes. If you like this style of video, once again, guys, you like this like long and loose shit, make sure to like this damn video, leave a comment below. Leave a comment below what brew you're drinking as you watch this video. Joe Connect 4. Why am I called Surf Clam? So I kind of explained this before. I'll quickly go in the story. I was hanging out with some of my buddies. Taste of the Damn Fourth is a festival that goes on in Toronto. It's like a food festival. There's like over 1 million people that go. So we're just chilling. We're having a good time. I'm leaving this bar, and all of a sudden, something just yells out, "Oh man, you're like, hey, you're the guy from YouTube, right?" So I'm like, cool. Like, yeah, what's up, bro? So we say, what's up? But this guy is fucking buzzed. Like, he is like drank probably like 8 beers in. He barely knows who he is. And so he tries to pronounce my name, and as he goes to say, he's like, "You're the YouTube guy, you're Surf Clam," is what it sounded like. And so to my friends, it sounded like he said Surf Clam instead of Esau for my last name. So he said like, Ormer Surf Clam. And so from that point forward with my friends, it kind of was a running joke, my nickname, to be called Surf Clam. And so I just started calling myself that. That is the origin of Surf Clam, from a drunk fan. Shout out to you, Josh, if you're still watching this stuff. Matt Barr wants to know, do I like his dog? Yeah, man, it looks delectable. I would totally like to eat that dog. Edit that one out. Grammy96 says, I love you, first of all. I love you too, bro. Or broette. I don't know. Your name's Grammy96. Second, who's your favorite Marvel hero? Yo, I'm going to go deep in this shit. You know, I could say Wolverine or Magneto if we're talking about the X-Men, but for overall Marvel character that not a lot of people talk about, the Silver fucking Surfer. Okay, Norrin Radd. First off, Joe Satriani has an amazing song about him, but second off, that like cosmic exploration, the idea that like he had his love, but he sacrificed himself for his own fucking world to become a herald of Galactus, and he just roams now space. I think it's badass. Silver Surfer, not enough people talk about it. Peter Parker, go fuck yourself. Was I adopted? No, I was not, as far as I know. I was not adopted. I am born and bred in Toronto. Omar Q&A. How should someone go about strength training if you're doing hypertrophy work for a while in terms of calories, training split? Okay, so this is a very interesting question. I think a lot of people get this twisted. You know, if you build more muscle, that's a bigger base for you to get stronger, right? More muscle, all the things being considered, all the things being equal, has more potential for strength. So I do recommend going in different blocks, right? If you want to build muscle, you should focus on that. You have to be in a caloric surplus. You have to get adequate volume. So how you split that up, what I personally like to do, I like the 3-3. Push, pull, legs, maybe take a rest day, obviously, and then push, pull, legs. So it'd be like an 8-day split. So it's push, pull, legs, a rest, and then push, pull, legs, rest. And one of those days would be more strength dominant. So you'd have lower reps, higher weight, and then another one of those days would be focused on more volume. So you have one day dedicated basically towards hypertrophy for the lower body. So you have one day dedicated towards hypertrophy for the lower body, and then another day dedicated towards strength. Same idea when it comes to your pressing. So for your chest, for your back, all those different areas. That's one of my favorite variations when we talk about trying to combine strength as well as aesthetics, would be a push-pull leg split. Patriot Jake 29 wants to know, what's underneath your bandana? It's a third eye. I can show you.
No.
Oh, no. Oh. Kevin, When doing barbell rows or chin-ups, my forearms hurt and after I have a dull ache. Why do you think that is and how should I fix it? Well, it could be because of lack of shoulder mobility, and so your forearms, your wrist is doing a lot of the work, so you could be bending with your wrist as well at the elbow and the shoulder, so all three areas a little too much, and so you don't have the flexibility, the mobility, so your forearms, your wrist is overcompensating so for what's not going on in your shoulder. I would try, when it comes to the pull-up, a little bit of a wider grip. I would try and make sure that your elbows are rotated, so you're kind of screwing your arm into place. People will kind of rotate maybe out and their elbows flare out, and so that puts tension on that area. For you, try a wider grip and really screw in your arms, your joints as you're doing the movement, and try and think when you're rowing, you're pulling with your elbow, not with your wrist, and that should help. Will I ever cut my hair? AKA, do I ever want to lose my gains? The answer is no, I have no intentions yet. I already said that before. The only time I cut my hair is when I got a job. When I first became a trainer, I thought, oh, I had to be professional, so time to trim the mane. Worst decision of my life. I was miserable the entire time. So keep it long, keep it strong. Should I buy knee sleeves? So I think people get it twisted. I do believe that tight knee sleeves, like an SBD, especially when it's tight around your knee, it assists a little bit. Like, what is it? Maybe 5 pounds. Some people, if you put a super tight, potentially 10 pounds. But what I like knee sleeves for is two things. One, it does warm up the joint. So I do find that if my knees are achy when I'm doing weightlifting, I throw on some knee sleeves, just light ones, not ones that are tight. And I do find my knees feel better. But the big reason I like to use knee sleeves is for something called proprioception. So that means that I feel my knees moving when I do the actual movements. So I can feel my quads activating more when I'm wearing the knee sleeve because I'm more conscious of that area. Is it necessary? No. Is it a cool tool? Sure. Like, I would say this, if you have the cash to spend and you're willing to spend it on that, why not go ahead? Davies Cameron just said, hey, how you doing? Bro, I'm doing awesome. The sun is shining, cut's going great, I'm drinking a brew. Honestly, I've never had this before, it's not bad. Don't judge people. I see this all the time where people are gonna judge. Obviously, whatever I drink, it's whatever is available here, you know? We go with the flow. Hey Omar, what's up? What's up, our flow? I'm 5'8", 226, solid beef, 6% body fat. But he's trying to lose body fat as fast as possible for my birthday next month. All right, I get it. You're going out to the pool. You want to impress them bitches. I get how it goes. I'm already consuming 1,800 calories a day, lifting 4 to 5 times a day with 20 minutes of cardio. Honestly, that is a pretty low amount of calories that you're consuming. Anything else I should be doing? 20 minutes of cardio, I assume that you're doing low intensity steady state. I would try and incorporate 1 to 2 sessions of high intensity interval training. Also just to try and expend a few more calories. What I would add though, my hidden weapon, boom, would be one thing in particular would be NEPA, non-exercise physical activity. So if you play a sport, do it. If you don't play a sport, pick one, okay, like soccer. If you play like an hour of soccer just with your boys, you're having fun, you'll burn 300 to 400 extra calories on that day. Same idea when it comes to walking. If you measure your steps and you step, 8 to 10,000 steps a day as opposed to what you're currently doing, probably 2 to 3,000 steps, you'll burn 200 to 300 more calories. That shit adds up over time. That's an additional $2,000 a week. That's $8,000 a month. That's 2 extra pounds. That's you looking fresh as fuck on the pool, on the beach. So for you, just do a little bit more. I don't like to slash calories when it comes to what you consume. I do like to, however, expend more calories. So do more activity. So have fun, enjoy yourself, get out there. Joe Dunbar, you have the greatest name so far I've read. Hopefully it's your real name. What would you say is the fastest way to build arms? A lot of trenbolone, a lot of clenbuterol, some moderate lifting. Then pizza. Some natural ways, the natural route, like if we're talking just pure arm size, getting fat always assists. But straight up, I would say a mixture of heavy compound movements, a lot of volume, and then some proper isolation where you feel it in that area is your best option. Yo, bro, do you vape? Vape? Who fucking vapes? If you want to smoke, smoke, okay? What's this vaping bullshit? Like, I don't even understand what it means. I'm not even joking. Like, it's like you're not cool enough to smoke. The whole idea of smoking is you're gonna die, so you're embracing it, so you're smoking. Vaping just removes all of that. There's no danger, okay? Danger's sexy. Vaping, I don't know. I see someone vape and I just wanna like kick them. Do you track macros? I do. Do I need to do it in order to make significant gains? Thanks for doing this Q&A. Why are you guys so nice? I'd say, do you need to track macros? Need is a big word. I wouldn't say need can be beneficial. Hell yeah, because then in a day when you consume calories, how many calories those are, what your macronutrients are. It's a good rough estimate. However, I see some individuals rely too much on that and then become too anal. They're too focused. Like if they go one over their protein, their whole day is ruined. And I think it's about a healthy, balanced approach. It's about longevity, right? You want to lose weight, you want to feel better about yourself. So it's about making better options over time. Ernesto, he's only 14, but he wants to know, will creatine accelerate his gains? Bro, it's a slippery slope. All these drugs. One day you're taking creatine, next day you're doing questionable things on the street. You start saying $20 is $20. I say no, for real, until you're like 18, 19, you've been training for a while. Like even protein, man, you can get, instead of protein powder, you can get from chicken breast, you can get from egg whites. It's a slippery slope. Brady Broseph, as he said, one time he needed money for creatine. That's all I'm gonna say. My cameraman just asked a question. Hey, guess what? It was just a photo of his face. Hey, Adam, are you listening to this? No, yeah, you're fired. Oh, that's a great question, actually. Hey, I want to, Navid95, I want to give you respect because he says, what's the difference between time under tension and full range of motion, and which one is most optimal for muscle growth? We're talking about hypertrophy. So there's two basic ideas when we talk about trying to build muscle. We kind of have that, time under tension, we have mechanical tension, and then we have just total fatigue that you're causing onto that area. My thought process is the following. Time under tension is more beneficial for isolation movements because you're trying to target a specific area, one muscle group, right? So you're trying to do like a bicep curl, or you're trying to get that tension in that area. You're not herking and jerking it, you're not using your lower back. When it comes to big movements, like big compound movements, you want to lift the most amount of weight, get that mechanical tension. So it's a healthy mixture of both. I don't like questions that are kind of either or, should I do one or the other? It's how do I incorporate both to get the most optimal scenario? And what I feel, like I said before, is lift heavy when it comes to compound movements, get that total volume in, so you do a lot of different movements, and then when it comes to isolation movements, you do what is very effective and what you really feel in that area. So you want to target your chest, you want to target your deltoids, you want to target your triceps, you want to target your biceps, you get that time under tension, TUT. Well guys, that's all the time we have for this Q&A. I hope you enjoyed it, this long and loose one. If you want to see another one, make sure to like the damn video and leave a comment below, as I said before, what you're currently drinking, where you're currently at. We don't judge. If you're at the bathroom, hey, that's where you're at. That's cool. And I'll be seeing all you guys, my rascals, in that next video. Peace.